For years and years, the Sony TX650 has been the king of wedding audio. But a new contender has swooped in and is hoping to steal its crown. Let's check out this, the Rode Wireless Go 2. A little spoiler alert before we get deep into the video, the Rode Wireless Go 2 is an excellent system, but there are a few little quirks. So make sure you watch the video from beginning to end, as I'm going to reveal how you can get past these quirks and get the most out of this system. So this is the Rode Wireless Go 2 system. It's made up of one receiver and two transmitters. So it's really simple to use. All you do is plug in the receiver into the mic input of your camera. And then these two transmitters you just give to people who are going to be speaking during the wedding. You'll see that both of the transmitters have an inbuilt microphone, and they also have a jack where you can plug in a lavalier microphone if you prefer. So let's start off by looking at the advantages of this system. Well, first of all, have you seen how small and light they are? They're brilliant for wedding videography, where we want to keep all of our gear minimal and really lightweight. Another really big advantage is the sound quality. Now, the inbuilt mic, I wasn't expecting the quality to be very good. I thought it would probably be comparable to a Sony TX650, which are okay, but a little bit tinny sounding, but it was actually really clear, crisp sound.
I mean, first of all, come on guys, let's start with a massive round of applause of Lynn. She's looking amazing today.
And if you decide to use a lav mic, I highly recommend the official Rode Go lav mic. You can just plug it into that, attach it to the person, and the sound is even better than the inbuilt one.
You only have to spend a small amount of time in their company to appreciate that they are made for each other.
The other great benefit of this system is because it is a wireless system, you can monitor audio on your camera. So it's really reassuring as you're watching the ceremonial speeches to listen and hear that you're getting that sound. If there was a problem, you would know about it, but you needn't worry too much because they have a backup recording going in each and every transmitter. The other thing I really like about them is the range. Even when I've been right at the back of a big church, it's done a really good job.
Marriage is a gift of God in creation, through which husband and wife may know the grace of God.
On the times where the vicar or the groom has had to go off outside the church, if they've gone out of range, as soon as they come back again, they just reconnect. The battery life on these things is fantastic as well. It's quoted as 7 hours, they will easily last the day. And finally, the price. I feel it's really competitive at £265, $265. If you were buying two Sony TX650s these days, you'd probably be paying more than you would for this kit alone. Now let's move on to some of the things that are not so great about the Rode Wireless Go 2. Well, first of all, there has been occasional signal disruption. It's not cut out completely, but it's gone a bit digital and a bit distorted. But at the same time, I've not worried too much because I've known that those transmitters recording the backup copy, they're always there for you if you need them. Another problem area concerns the inbuilt mic. While it's brilliant to have and great for most situations, I have encountered problems when women are speaking at weddings, often because they're wearing dresses that are made with fairly thin and flimsy materials, and as soon as you clip one of these to it, the centre of gravity means it tips in that direction, and it often presses the inbuilt mic against their skin, and as a result you get an audio that's just not usable at all. My tip to overcome this problem is very simple. You just need to buy one of these. Plug it into the transmitter, you clip the transmitter on the back of the dress, clip this on the front close to the mouth, and you get perfect audio every time.
Now for a few words about Naomi, our youngest daughter.
The next issue, which is a bit of a small niggle if I'm honest, is that the transmitter where you plug in the lav mic, it's not got any kind of locking mechanism. It feels a very sturdy connection, but in theory it could possibly pull out. It also bothers me a little bit that the backup recordings have to be downloaded with the Rode app. It feels like a really slow and clunky process. Also, the backup recordings, which I feel is one of the strongest features of this system, isn't enabled as standard. You actually have to connect the transmitters when you first bought them to the software and switch it on. And finally, the charging process is a little bit faffy compared with the competition. You're going to have to charge your one receiver and two transmitters all individually. With the DJI wireless kit, you simply charge the case and it will charge all three devices simultaneously. Now I want to share a tip for when you're recording speeches with the Rode Wireless Go 2. At the beginning of last year, I only had one kit and it meant I had to dash in and take the transmitter between one speech and give it to the next person. However, what you can do if you're at a wedding where there's a house mic available is you can get a mic sleeve. You simply put one of the transmitters into the mic sleeve, slide the sleeve up the house mic, and as it gets passed from one person to the next, obviously you'll be recording everybody who gives a speech.
However, you really do mean so much to me, and I am so grateful to have you by my side.
So let's round things up. What do I think? Are these now the new king of wedding audio? Well, put it this way, in the last year, I've used these on over 40 weddings and I now look at them as my primary source of wedding audio. I still keep the Sony TX650s and I attach them to people, but I use these as backup audio. I still download them when I get home because they're much easier than downloading the Rodes. But while I'm there at the wedding, it's great to know that I'm getting really crisp, clear audio going straight into the camera. I can hear it, it gives me great peace of mind, and it's great having that audio actually embedded there with the footage. Now, before you disappear off, be sure to check out these other videos. I've got how to film a wedding or behind the scenes. I've got other tips and tricks on wedding audio. Make sure you give us a like, and if you have any comments whatsoever, pop them down below and I'll make sure they get answered. See you soon.